I just wrapped up all angles for a Thursday afternoon. Boy, what a day in the Madlanga Commission. Obviously, a lot of detail will come out with Pula Letswiti-Jones later in the evening. But at the Madlanga Commission today, we heard from State Advocate Drushanta Ramsamy. Now, she was giving a lot of evidence at the start of her testimony about her former boss, really the former head of IDAC, Andrea Johnson. And if Andrea Johnson thought that she was done with the Madlanga Commission, what we're hearing today is it might not be the case. Why? Because of the testimony given by Ramsamy, the Commission has put out a Rule 3 notice that is going to be served to Andrea Johnson. What essentially that means is she's going to have to come back to the Madlanga Commission at some point and answer to the allegations and to the testimony that Ramsamy has put before the evidence leaders and before the Commission today. But a lot of what Ramsamy had to talk about was the conduct of Andrea Johnson when she was the head of IDAC and the sort of work that was being done under Advocate Johnson. Listen to this. This is according to Ramsamy. There was a nickname for Advocate Johnson at IDAC, according to Ramsamy, was Flip-Flop, because of the way that she would change her mind when it came to how investigations were being done. There was even corridor gossip, according to Ramsamy, that Johnson had shared a confidential docket with Feroz Khan. We all know what the issue is around that. And this was quite telling, getting a reaction from those who were attending the Madlanga Commission. Ramsamy telling the Commission that Johnson is, and I quote, the blue-eyed girl of the former National Director of Public Prosecutions, NDPP, Shamir Batoy. That wasn't even the highlight of the day, really. Remember, these are all allegations, but what we did here was about a 10 to 12 minute phone call that was recorded by Ramsamy, a conversation she was having with Andrea Johnson. They played it out during the commission, and you could actually hear on the phone call Andrea Johnson saying that the commission is trying to make their name look bad. Now, I can't use the word she used during the conversation, so just makes them look bad. You can, I'm sure, fill in the blanks on that one. And while she was giving testimony, according to Johnson, she's telling Ramsamy this on the phone call, the commissioners were making faces and they were giggling while she was answering. So you can just imagine how awkward this is going to be if and when, or rather when, Andrea Johnson has to come back to the Madlanga Commission to account for what Ramsamy said today. Other big news which we got while we were on air today, the new board of the Public Investment Corporation has been announced. It's going to be led by Deputy Minister of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, Seiso Mogai. We know there's been issues with the PIC, the way it's been run in the past. It looks like a new broom, hopefully going to sweep clean there. That's big. Look out for reaction later. And very, very sad news, especially when we report on young sporting stars losing their lives. Remember a couple of weeks ago over in France, Luqobo Makwedini, a rising star in rugby, played for under 18 SA, had a very, very stellar career already. He was certainly going to be one of the standout stars for SA Rugby. It was his memorial today down in the Eastern Cape. He passed away a few weeks ago over in France, allegedly because of heat stroke. Very sad memorial and terrible loss for the South African rugby fraternity and, of course, his friends and family. All the details, especially on the Madlanga Commission, on DSTV channel 403, and get all the highlights on eNCA.com as well. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.